We are pretty much in the same place as we were yesterday. I haven't done anything on this railing. I've got to try and stay a little bit more focused here. Anyway, let's, for the fun of it, see how this will fit on there. Now, there are so many things that this railing can easily catch on. Maybe you can't see it, but there's a little gun right there. If it was to hook into that and I didn't notice and I try to pull the railing away, I'm going to snap it off. Now, you know, I do think that I saw extras of these on the sprues that I hung up on the wall. But I don't want to have to be... Now, does that mean maybe that I missed something? There's supposed to be a gun somewhere on here that I missed out on, but I don't think so. I think it was just the way the sprues were molded. Turned out there was a few extras of certain things. Yeah, so anyway, let's just try this very, very carefully here. Very, very carefully. I'll just temporarily set it down there. Well, that's carefully? Okay, I'm going to just reposition here. Oh. Now, I was just beginning to straighten this out here, and I was just about to say you never get these things back exactly the same way, and then I'm realizing that I'm probably going to be cutting it off. You know what? I think being is that you notice right here there's the little post. So we only have to go as far as to right there. So I think I'll cut these off right at this post right here. And I'll leave, and the post will be left on this section right here so that we can use it again. Now that we're talking about this, I should have done a little bit of calculating and started here and then bent around this way, so I would have had a longer piece here left over, which would be much more useful possibly than two little short ones. I think this is the last piece of the fourth side. So in other words, we're down to four sheets of this stuff. And if you remember, we had concluded that we need at least two to go all the way around the outside of the deck. Anyway, I'm just going to nip these off here. Okay, I don't think I'm going to bother trying to straighten these out right now, because they are going to have to be curved, as you can see. They're probably going to have to be cut off to about half of the length they are now, but I want to get it on the deck and see exactly where it's supposed to go. So let's try this again and see if we can get it on without... maybe I'm not holding it in the right place. Maybe I should be holding it more here. Now, I was just noticing, if I had pushed my record button a minute earlier, you would have seen a little rabbit hopping up my driveway. Okay, that bracket that holds the horn is in the wrong place. Well, actually, it's in the right place. I've grabbed this fence in the wrong place. Let's just move over and try it like this. Okay. Now, I don't like using the metal tweezers on this painted photo etch, but... Oh, come on, Ron. Can't seem to get it. I don't want to be gluing it in place. As I mentioned yesterday, I was thinking Now, when I was manipulating that little piece around on here, I was rubbing my arm on this part right here. And I think maybe right now is a good time to put in one of my little guards that I remember when we made this. Okay, this will help. Just a coat hanger. While I was editing out those last few scenes, I was sort of thinking that perhaps I've been sort of wasting my time here trying to, get this on the... I think one of the main reasons why I wanted to get the railing on the actual piece was to see how well it fit. But I think that it probably fits pretty good. Now, just for the fun of it, let's just see if I go right from the outside edge there to the post. Where will that same thing match up on the drawing here? Like, where will the post come? Well, it looks like right about right there. Which makes sense. I mean, that's right at the bend. It sort of matches up. So now I'm just sort of thinking, why don't I just go ahead and cut this off and curve it around. Maybe make it just a little longer than necessary. Better too long than too short. And then try and get this piece back on there. I'm just going to go ahead and do it. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time showing it being done. Straighten this out just a little bit here. You can see they're kind of bent. Now I'm looking straight down on this, so I'm getting a bit of a better perspective than you are. But I'm thinking that if this was to start the curve right at this post here and then go around, most likely if I was to cut these, I'll just turn it up here so that you can see. Well, that didn't work, did it? Okay, we'll do it this way. If I was to, oh, come on. Okay, if I was to cut these off right here, I think they would be about the right length. I'm just going to eyeball it here. Now remember, a little bit longer than short. I think that looks about right. Okay. Yeah, let's do the same on this side here. This got the damage, and then bend them around. Well, so much for not showing it being done. And you might say, to make matters worse, the next scene I didn't have the camera focused right. I'm just going to zip through it and you'll get the idea of what I did. Yeah, I'm sure glad I don't do that very often. Maybe I shouldn't show it. Well, then you won't know what I did. Okay, let's get it up on the deck and glue this section down. Now, I was thinking of straightening these little parts out and reshooting that scene, but I thought, no, we're spending way too much time on these railings already. As you can see, my specialty tool here is holding the railing down in the center in exactly the right place. I'm going to move the camera around to the other side, and when you get to the other side, see if you can spot what I forgot to do. Alright, now, ooh, I bumped the pliers. Okay, just a tiny little bit here. Now, did I get that on the inside where it belongs? Maybe I should have been trying to do this from the back. It's not working. It's hard to get the angle just right. Always looking for excuses, aren't I? Okay, I do believe I've got it though. Let's see what happens when we take our little tool away. Now, does that feel like it's adhered? Oh yeah. Okay. Now, if you noticed that I forgot to make the little piece of railing that goes right in here, along here, you would be right. I don't know why I didn't do that. I know I thought about doing it after I did this side, at least the side that I'm on. Yeah, well, can't win them all. Now I know that I'm always talking about over gluing, and I still continue to do it this time. I'm going to try and not overdo it. Let's pull this back just a little bit here. Okay. Now remember, it only has to be kept so it is not going to fall off. If I should accidentally brush against this thing with almost anything, I'm going to damage it. So all I need is just enough glue to keep it from falling off. Okay, I've made up that little piece of railing that I missed for the other side, and I did it a little bit different. You can see I made this section here just slightly longer. We'll see how it works out. But that's going to have to wait until tomorrow's episode. Oh, and Tennessee Jim, if you happen to be listening, you can't say no CA glue was used in the making of this episode. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching, and all being well, we'll see you tomorrow.